Hello, welcome to Sky Bitesize with me, Dan Cox. Again, thanks for being here and tuning in. I really appreciate it. Whilst you are here, if you could please hit subscribe and like, I really appreciate that as well. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, not too far off now, another 120 or something like that. So if you are here, please hit subscribe. Yeah, that'd be really appreciated. I'll get right to it again. So this is the latest ownership of the top 1,000 teams. Salah leading the way, 93%. Ronaldo, no surprise, 84%. Damari Gray, unbelievable. You'd have never thought he'd have been the third most selected player, but there he is, 69%. Rafinha, 57. Rudiger, 45. Webster, 45. So for 45% of us, that's a big problem we've got now to have to get rid of him. Haven't heard any news this week yet. It's Thursday night, I'm now recording, and I still haven't heard anything, so have to keep an eye out for press conferences tomorrow. If it's annoying. If he's going to be back for that Palace-Brighton game, possibly keep him. If it is longer, might have to look to shift him on, but we'll get to that in a little while. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 42%. Said he was going to be a good pick, and I think he is. I just think he's going to be great. Benrahma, 37%. Didn't do a lot of the weekend. Yeah, hopefully pick up a bit. They've got a couple of tough games now, though, to be fair. Torres, 37%. I still think he's gonna be all right. He's playing up top, isn't he, for Manchester City? I think he's going to be a solid pick. Diaz, 34%. Again, brilliant Sky pick. Did look at Mendy. Mendy, 33%. Another clean sheet. Chelsea, I just think they're going to keep so many clean sheets. You just had to hope your defenders are playing. Not like mine. Mine were at the weekend. Then Lukaku, 30%. Again, he just keeps scoring. Think you're going to, if you haven't got him in your team, you're going to have him in pretty soon. Sa, popular goalkeeper, clean sheet at the weekend. And then Antonio, already down to 22%. He was much higher than that. But with his ban coming up and, you know, people can move off for extra games. So, yeah, I can see that going down. Marcel, Bruno Fernandes, 19%. That's probably the lowest he's ever been owned in the top 1,000. But another great goal at the weekend. Richarlison, I brought him into one of my teams. Disappointing, 16%. I'll give him Saturday and then move him on. Then Alonso, another clean sheet. But I'm still worried about Chilwell. Christensen, who I've got 15%, hoping he starts this weekend. I knew he was going to be rotated, but that was annoying the first game. And Van Dijk, 15%, another great Sky pick. Didn't get past him at the weekend, but should pick up again soon enough. So that's the top 1,000 ownership. Let's have a look at the transfers in. So this is since Sunday. So you can see Ronaldo, what was he in there? Into 6,000 teams since Sunday. So that's after his couple of goals at the weekend. So a lot of people made the move early on him. Whether they could have got another game out of their striker or not, I don't know. But anyway, they've put him in. Richarlison into 4,700. So if, like me, I put him into one team. If you did that as well, a lot of other people did the same and probably feeling the same as we are as well. Damari Gray, yeah, we should have brought him in. Another 4,000 teams. Lukaku, 3,000. Shane Duffy, whether people have gone to Duffy from Webster already. Salah, yeah, good pick. Conor Gallagher, I watched him on Saturday against Spurs. He was everywhere. Surprised he didn't finish with more points than he did. So, yeah, I think I'll be looking to move him in as well. But yeah, I can see why he's bought into 2,000 teams. Good price, 7.3 million. Pogba, did mention him, that I think he's a good pick. Got 100 or so passes. So yeah, Matip, again, great pick while he's playing, but always a worry with the injury. And I see Gomez played to start the Champions League this week. So I think that, dare say, there'll be a bit of rotation here and there soon. Marcel, getting a lot of questions about him, but you can see they've been brought into nearly 2,000 teams. So I think that sort of speaks for itself. Greenwood into 1,600. And then who else? Alonso, 1,500. Jota brought into 1,300. Can't. Well, I suppose it was the game Sunday, but it's not someone I'd have looked at. Edouard, Palace, great, yeah, couple of goals. Really good price, 7.7. Might be handy for the captaincy day coming up. against Brighton, and I think he'd cover the Arsenal as well. So yeah, maybe a different option. Not too much there worth mentioning. Top transfers out. Antonio out of 14,000. A lot of teams just fuming with that red card on Saturday, and then the match ban, and there was better moves you can make off for extra games. Tanganga as well, red card. Can understand him coming out. Harry Kane. They've got a couple of tough games now, Spurs. I can see why you started with them because of Palace, but then having the games they got now, I still think I'll probably bring him in a couple of weeks, but not for now. So yeah, if you want to start with him for Palace and then move him on, I can see why he's out. Son, obviously some people didn't see the news. He was injured and had him in still when it started, so that's why they've had to then take him out since. Calvert-Lewin, like me, started with him. Been tucked up a bit there, really, really disappointed with that. I didn't even have him in the team till the Saturday morning, or the Friday. Like, it was late anyway. I had Lukaku in, and then it was, oh no, I'll have him in for that Everton, and switch around, and there you go. So disappointing, but get him out and forget about it. Mason Mount. Christensen, already at 1,500 teams. I just think he's just a hold. Unless he's only playing 1 out of 4 or something like that. But I always thought he was going to be rotated. Ben Rama, people are fed up already, like 1,500. Lloris, disappointing. A lot of moves being made. A lot of moves being made. We only just picked the overhaul team, so I think you've got to give it a few weeks at least. Webster there out of 1,000 teams already. People took him out. Not a lot. Not else there. Tassimicus, if people have still had him from overhaul, obviously they sort of not really up with Liverpool, I'm guessing, because I think we all pretty much knew that he wasn't going to be, Robertson would be straight back in. So that's the most outs, and they say that is since Sunday. Sky put out the average transfers remaining, I think yesterday. Never fails to amaze me. Only into coming up into game week 6, and top 10 have only got 24 transfers left. If you use 15 in 5 weeks, and you've had an overhaul, you ain't going to really be lasting past Christmas with that. And that's surprising when you think one of our listeners, Johnny Kerr, is in the top 10 as well. And I know he only used 2 or 3 transfers, so he's bringing that average up, if anything. So think what it would be like if he wasn't in there. So I think it's mad. I think most people have used 2, 3, 4, something like that. I haven't used any, but I'll be using a couple this weekend. But yeah, that just sort of shows you, if you are looking at that top 10, in the top 100, most of the teams they've used a lot of transfers. So that's why I don't really sort of pay too much attention to the leaderboard till it gets to November, December, unless we start to get like a true reflection of how you're getting on, really. Talked about it on the last one, but here's the fixtures for this weekend again. So I'll be on Rafinha tomorrow night. Not expecting too much, but if he gets 4 points, I'll take that. Better than having no one. Saturday, Salah. I'll have. That's what I'll go for. If you see someone else there, you think you Man City defender, Liverpool defender, but I'll be on Salah. And then Sunday, Ronaldo for me if he's starting. Hopefully, because he went off early in the week, and maybe fancy a Chelsea player against Spurs. But Ronaldo for me, and that's it. Pretty simple weekend, really. So if you look there, Leeds are next to West Ham, so this is easy to explain, right? So if you've got Antonio, he's obviously missing the Manchester United game, so he's obviously playing Leeds. Then they'll play Brentford on the 3rd of October. So if you go to Bamford, for example, tomorrow night, Friday night, you'll get Bamford against Newcastle, West Ham, Watford, and in that time, Antonio would have only played Leeds away. Whether you want to do that and go back to Antonio, but that's the sort of thing you look for. Yes, you can get Antonio out 3 games, extra games. One of them as a captain. If you haven't got a Leeds player, or you ain't got anyone playing on Friday night, then that's ideal. So that's the sort of thing I think about. So yeah, if you've got Antonio, you either just suck up the game he's going to miss against Man U if you're going to keep him. I think you probably wouldn't have got a lot anyway. and then just hold him, or you can look to do something like that. Webster, again, I don't know if he's... I want him for the, the 27th there against Palace. That's what I want him for as captain. So if I hear he's going to be back for that, I'll probably hold him. If not, you've got a couple of options really. You could go to Duffy. I think he's got a place in the team for now. Again, could be a problem a few weeks down the line. Conor Gallagher, again, he'll cover you for that game, and even the Arsenal Palace there as well, if you don't want to go for an Arsenal player. So you've got a couple of options, but FFstuff, this is what I look at when I decide any moves like that Calvert-Lewin that I made, like, nightmare. But at least I'll then have a look at this and think, what can I do to, rectify? And just, if you look at this as you start, normally it sort of works things out for you. Like I said, I've got Webster, so I think I'll probably go Webster. Well, I could go to Duffy or Gallagher. I've got the choice there, really, but that's the sort of thing I look at. Because I was looking at someone else and I was like, well, I know, because I had Webster to cover that Brighton Palace game, so I definitely want to have a Brighton or Palace player in. So a couple of options there. Let's get to some more questions. Had a question from John. Thoughts on Salah to Kane, Kane to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang to Lukaku from now until October the 23rd. So I can see what he's saying there. So starts with Salah. So we have Salah for Palace, Brentford, and then on the 26th he can move Salah onto Kane, get the game against Arsenal and Villa, and then what was he then saying? Kane to Aubameyang. So I presume, we probably have him. He'd then have Kane as well for Newcastle, and then he can swip out to Aubameyang on the 18th. So yeah, that's the sort of thing you're looking for. That sounds a good plan. So yeah, that's good. Got who else we got? FF Larry. So he's saying about Sky posting the average amount of transfers used so far. Have some people used too many? Yeah, I think some people are going for the PlayStation 5. There's a manager of the month, you get that. So a lot of people do that. A lot of people just don't know. They maybe think you get another 40 transfers, or it's like FPL and you can take hits, and they sort of don't realise what that is. So bit of both there really. Brookie, Christensen, keep or sell. Same Antonio, keep or sell. Went over Antonio really. I haven't got him, so luckily for me that's not a problem I have to deal with. But you could keep. He's either just gonna miss one game, or you flip him out to Bamford or someone like that and get some extra games. Christensen, I'm just gonna hold for now. If it gets to a point in month's time and he's only played one game, like he started midweek, clean sheet, passing bonus, be typical, he won't start against Spurs. That'd just be annoying. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. It's obviously a concern, but I sort of knew that going into the overhaul. But keep for now is my advice. Paul Tevzi, he's saying, I'm a Norwich fan. Do you recommend any of the Norwich cheap options at all, like Gilmore or Williams? Gilmore's one I looked at, and I think he'll get tackle bonus every now and then, and maybe passing and stuff like that, sort of sporadically, not on a regular basis. Williams, I think he's been hitting the tackles, but I don't think he's going to be getting many clean sheets. So I think Gilmore's the only one I'd consider if you wanted a cheap midfield. Johnny Belfast, hi Dan, keep up the great work. Thanks, mate. What's he saying here? If you had Salah, Ronaldo and Lukaku, when do you think is the optimal time to move to Kane, and who from? So looking at the fixtures there, you can, because Kane plays on a Sunday, you can jump off any of them onto Kane. So like for that, if you want to go into Kane for the Arsenal game there, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man, you all play on the Saturday. Either way, look at that grid and then see sort of what you want to do. I do agree, Kane's got some good fixtures there. Arsenal, Villa, then Newcastle. So any of Cheat and Mourinho said about Harry Kane. Yeah, I still think he's going to be a good captain choice. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how long Son is out for. Obviously, you want him back in the team, so I think Kane struggles without him. But yeah, I still think I'll be bringing him in unless Tottenham really start playing poor. Then the goals are drying up. But I still would like to have him in. Get us some more. Phil Speck, so he's saying Brighton is one of the first kickoffs on Sunday, which they are, so you can check the lineup. Is this the swap time we're after if we're going to do Webster for Duffy? Assuming that we get an update on him and this longer term injury. Yeah, that's perfect. You can make sure Duffy's starting and make the move on Sunday. So yeah, that is a great time to do it. Lee Williams, at what point do you think it's too late to jump to a Chelsea debating going from White to a second Chelsea player after his 2 singles? Yeah, if you've got Ben White, I'd probably hold him now for them 2 Arsenal games and then get rid of him instantly afterwards. Hacking, what to do, Kevin De Bruyne? Bring him in for Bruno, or just don't bring him in at all. I think I'd just wait for now. If he starts playing a lot of games and racking the points up, you can always then bring him in. But for me, it's just a wait and see for now. Ben, SkyFF, if some of us decide to make the Webster to Gallagher move, do you think that removes the need for an Arsenal player to cover their single game days? Gallagher would cover the first and he could skip or get a Villa player for the second. Yeah, that's an option. If you really don't want to go for Arsenal, then yeah, Gallagher would cover that Palace Arsenal game and then just skip Arsenal Villa. That's an option. No, he's meant, now reading it, yeah, that could be an option. Because, I don't think I really have to bring in Aubameyang. So definitely something to think about. And he said he's ranked 4,000th after Ronaldo punished him for not owning him. Johnny Belfast again saying he's going really well. He's 5th and 21st. That's amazing. That is a really good start. And I know he ain't used many transfers. He's concerned that he's took too many risks in defence and that will come back to haunt him. Both teams are the same. He's got Matip, Christensen, Duffy. Thoughts on these players? Yeah, I said before, they are risky, but you've done well out of them so far. So if you have to take them out in a week or two, then you've really got the points from them and you've done well. So yeah, I don't see that as a problem. Great that he's 5th already and he listens to this show every week. So, shows, doesn't it? Fish FPL says, should I quit? I panicked and took Calvert-Lewin out for Richarlison. Yeah, I didn't panic. I had planned that I was going to do that, but yeah, still now looks a stupid move. He's dropped over 1,300 places to just over 2,000th. What should I do with Richarlison now? He has Webster also, so I don't want to waste any transfers. Richarlison, so the team I've got him in, I'll keep him now for Villa, and I'll probably get rid of him for Lukaku on Sunday just to get him out of the team and forget that ever happened. You could keep him for the Norwich game the week after if you don't want Lukaku against Tottenham or Man City. I just think I want Lukaku in, so I'm just going to let him play against Villa. Hopefully he'll get a couple of goals or do something, and then he'll be gone. What else have we got? Neil, SkyFF, he's just under 2,000th with 39 transfers left. Yeah, great going. He wants Kane soon, but for who? Like I said, you can move anyone to him on a Sunday and gain a game. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Got another question off Davey H. He's 550th. One transfer used in each team. He currently has both Fernandes and Ronaldo. Is it time to drop Bruno for Lukaku as he's no longer a captaincy option, given everyone will probably select Ronaldo anyway? Tricky. Not a lot of people with Bruno. Say he scored at the weekend, so there's no sort of desperate need to get rid. It's up to you, really. That is hard. If you feel you need Lukaku in there and he's going to give you some captaincy options, then yeah, like you said, if you've got Ronaldo, then you don't necessarily need Bruno as a captain. But say he's done all right so far. You can always see how he... Oh no, they play Sunday as well, don't they, Manchester United? Yeah, that's a tricky one. I'd probably just sit with it as it is for now. Lukaku got Tottenham and Man City, probably not the best couple of games, really. So you could keep Fernandes for West Ham Villa and see after that. But yeah, I don't think there's a problem holding on to him for now. I had 4 questions of one guy. One weren't enough. What to do about Calvert-Lewin? Get rid. It's got to go. Bringing in an Arsenal player, like we said about, you could have Gallagher to cover that off. If you want to go Aubameyang, you've got that. 7.5 midfielders, thinking of replacing Canos. Again, Gallagher seems to be very popular. Will Azpilicueta be a good choice for Chelsea? Yeah, definitely wouldn't. I'm not looking to get rid of him. So yeah, answered all them for you, mates. You should be happy with that. Right, thanks for all the questions. Had loads there. The ones I didn't get to, I'll answer back on Twitter, or if you put them in the comments here, I'll get them. Again, really would appreciate if you hit subscribe. That is all great for this. And I do appreciate it. And I did hear, if you don't hit like that, your cheap defender will get injured and your budget striker will get sent off. So you got to hit like. It's good karma as well. Just before I forget, here is the Bitesize League. Johnny Belfast there, top and third. Flying is. He's it's like over 100 points ahead of me. Nearly 100 points. 90 points ahead of me. So chill out, Johnny. Jesus, make some of us look bad. Wayne in second there. Need to get your team on private, mate, so we can see who you got. Thomas Connor moved up to 4th, up 17 places. What a week. And Elsie Bishop, who's been in the top 5 for a long time as well, 462. I said they're all a good 60, 70 points ahead of me. I am, so best team is 3,000th and 57th with 394 points. And the other team's 5,402nd with 378 points. Not a lot in it, is early days. I'd obviously love to be where some of these are, but I ain't quite worked out like that. So that's that. You can still join that league as well. The winner will get a membership to Fantasy Football Hub, and I'll try and throw... Oh no, and a football shirt. I'll get your football shirt, and I'll throw some other stuff in there for you as well. Again, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. I'll be back next week with a preview for the next weekend, and we'll do your questions and all the topics and go through all the transfers ins and out, average transfers remaining, and anything else that pops up. The Fantasy Football Hub boys on tomorrow night live. I'll be with them Sunday night as well for a longer pod. I'll try to keep this short, even though it's 20 minutes. But that'll be like a good hour or so if you want some more in-depth chat. If you do want to join the hub, I've got some links there with discount. All the stuff I use on here from FFstuff, that will all be for the hub. So if you like all them stats and you want to look at that, that will be the hub. So again, if you want to join up, use my link there and you get it cheaper. So again, thanks for watching, and catch you next week.